ESPN Northwest Florida.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Do you know who I am?
Live and local inside the J. Michaels studio.
People know me.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hot tub! I'm full of water. I say hot tub. Hot tub. Woo! Hot tub. I'm gonna make it wet. Say hot tub. Rubber dub and hot tub. Rubber dub and me. Second hot tub. Yeah! Really make me sweat. Yeah! Second hot tub. Yeah! Really make me wet. Yeah!
Well. Good morning. Welcome to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Hey, college football is back, baby. Nebraska, they look good. Boise State, the Cinderella team, I'm glad you got spanked. Coming to the state of Florida, that's what's going to happen to you. These teams down south know how to play football. Cannot wait. Tomorrow, 11 o'clock, that Cajun place. Meet us down there. Have a great time. The game. Number 1 versus number 2, 3, 4, wherever poll you're following. It's going to be huge. You get on the Cajun place, $5 wings, $5 draft beer. You can't beat that. Get down to that Cajun place. Wear your school colors. Have a great time. They're going to open the doors at 10 o'clock. They're going to have a brunch set up for you. Sundays, when the NFL season kicks off, which is a week away, they'll be opening up at 10. The North Jazz Band will be playing from 10 to 12. And guess what? If you wear those Saints jerseys, they score a touchdown, go tell them I want my free Jell-O shots.
Good luck with that one.
6:30. 6:30 Saturday night. I think maybe the best game of all of them. LSU, Clemson. All you Tigers, get to the Cajun place, have your LSU shirt on. Your offense should be outstanding. The question is going to be how good your defense is. Every time you score, if you got that shirt on, go to the bar and say, I want my free Jell-O shot. 50-cent wings, $5 pitchers. That Cajun place, 27-plus TVs. Cannot wait. Welcome. You're listening live from J. Michaels Studios. Great Kyle Vandergriff, Jim Brandt, Jason Kovaleski, and the Taco Bell Port St. Joe Tiger Shark updates getting ready to come on for you. Jim, I don't know about you. I would hate to play a jamboree and then have an off week.
Yeah,
week 1.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
I don't think his dad probably would think that was a good move by him. Let's jump on him a little bit about this. Coach Tanner, we are talking behind your back. I hope you're listening.
Coach Jones.
Oh, yes, sir. I was.
What?
I'm taking notes. I'm keeping up with
Yeah,
it.
he
keeps receipts.
Yeah, what your dad would have never let that happen. What? How did that work out? Because I know now maybe you like that, but that I never heard of that. You have a jamboree open week. What was that like for you and the players?
I mean, honestly, I'm hoping that it benefits us.
Right.
We got to play a really good Union County team. We got to figure out what we needed to work on right then, and we had a week to work on it.
Because they got home.
So we got a challenge early, and now we got home. So hopefully we're healed up, well rested, and focused and excited and ready to go.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, those Holmes County people, they pumped up. They're mad. They got beat. They're ready to go. They're coming after you to give you the best shot they got.
I know it.
Hey, Coach,
if it rains all night.
Did a team drop off the schedule?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what
Yes,
it was.
sir.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
Who was
Yes,
it?
sir.
Who was it? Can we badmouth them?
Yes, we can badmouth them, actually. Yes, sir. It was Jefferson County. Monticello.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tracks.
So it would have been a home game for us. Anyways, FHSA ruled in their favor on the appeal. Anyways, a 2-year contract signed, but we didn't win that one.
Yeah, that's ridiculous because y'all would have got some pretty good gate money for that.
Yeah.
So financially.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
that was part of it. And after a Union County, you play that game and kind of have a feel good week 1 before home.
What was their appeal to the state, if you don't mind me asking?
They didn't. The guy that was the head coach there and the AD made the contract with me, and instead of paying them, we gave them weight room equipment because they didn't have any, and they came back and said that wasn't. This new superintendent came in and didn't like the deal.
Wow. So you helped them, and they bailed on you.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Dang.
Wow.
So they said that shouldn't have been the payment. That wasn't enough. So we didn't get the game.
Is this game tonight at home?
Yeah, no, sir. No, sir. It's in Holmes.
Oh, wow.
Were you able to get out and watch the Bozeman Holmes County game, or did you get tape on them? What do you see in the Holmes County team that you just break it down for us a little bit?
Just, I mean, just a typical Holmes County team. They're big, they're strong, they're really, really gritty, aggressive. They'll knock your head off. I mean, when you got a cornerback that comes up and just tries to decleat everybody he hits, that's always in your mind. You know, them skill guys don't always like contact, and they got one that looks like he loves it.
Yeah.
But just that typical, they're coached well, they run to the ball, and they're physical.
Well, we got Coach Jones on the phone with us. Our Taco Bell, Port St. Joe Tiger Sharks. Let's talk about the Tiger Sharks. Who's done a great job this week in practice? Give us some names. They want to hear those names down there at Taco Bell.
Okay, hey, the first person that comes to mind on a great week is Derek Garland. Derek Garland is our defensive coordinator. Derek Garland has done a great job stepping in for Charles Bogues, who's the head coach at Vernon. And the kids love him. He's sound football. He knows his stuff, and I'm excited. I told him, I said, if you don't let him score, we have a chance of winning.
That's about how that goes.
Yeah.
Same thing Hale used to tell me.
I used to tell Jim, I said, oh, you got it easy. Tackle the guy with the ball. Just get the ball back. Yeah.
That's it. All you got to do is react and go get it.
Yeah.
We have to actually design stuff.
Yeah, we had the hard stuff.
Y'all got a scheme.
You don't need to practice.
Yeah.
Hell, just, you know.
Yeah, we got to try and fool a bunch of high school kids. Thinking it's one thing and it's something else.
Offense has to be proactive. Defense has to just be reactive.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. But no, Derek's done a great job. And then Corbin Butts coming back, broke his ankle first game last year, our running back. He is a big, big help for us.
Well,
and excited for him to get to play.
How do you feel about this? I mean, you've been doing it a long time. This team have a chance? You got enough talent to be competitive, or is it a rebuilding year? How do you feel about these group of kids?
I think we're very athletic, but I don't know if we're football players. And we have our core group is there's a difference in being an athlete and being a football player. Mm-hmm. And we have our core group are football guys. I mean, they've been through it last year and the year before. And we rely on them a lot, but we were able to get the addition of a lot of basketball players and some track guys, some baseball guys out there, which gives us a lot more speed and a lot of athletes, but they're not football players yet. So I don't know until, you'll know about week 4 or 5, I think, all right, now they're football players, or we still got some work to do.
Mm-hmm. Coach Jones, I have a question. Bozeman in our county is K through 12, and I know you guys have had similar situations. Set up. Are you guys K through 12? Are you 7 through 12? And if you are, do you ever have any 7th graders playing JV foot? Do you have JV football, and do they play? What's your setup?
So 2 years ago, we've always, since I've been here, we've been 7 through 12. 2 years ago, we had the addition of 6th graders. So we're 6 through 12 now. And when we brought the 6th graders up, we have 3 teams. We have a middle school team, a JV team, and a varsity team. So varsity-wise, our main varsity team is about 26 players. Our JV team, not counting some 8th graders, is about 22, 23. And then our middle school is probably about 34 kids. So numbers-wise, we're doing really well.
Yeah, that's a lot of kids.
Good spot. But last night we played and we brought up, we had a 7th grader. Now he has a chance to be unbelievable. He's 6'2", 160-pound 7th grader that can run. And he don't even know it. He don't even understand how good he can be. but he's fun to watch and learn. And but we have 3 or 4 8th graders that we're really high on. And luckily we don't have to necessarily have them on JV because our numbers are really good right now.
Well, I love that. How's Jacob doing out there, captain in the team?
Oh man, he I'm gonna tell y'all a story real quick because this kid he's a very, very intelligent kid. He's a leader. He's what you want in a quarterback. But the other day, I said, hey, we want to get this guy in motion. If we want to try and pull that linebacker out, let's motion him. And he goes, Coach, you want me to motion him before the snap or after the snap? I said, well, Jacob, if it's after the snap, but that's just like a swing. That ain't really a motion. But I'm thinking, oh, my gosh, where's your head at?
Yeah.
But no, he's thinking. He's definitely picking up the offense. And last year we ran it a lot. Just because we didn't feel great in the passing game. This year we're trying to throw it. And so making him think and react and make decisions.
Coach, I know you had a lot of loss with injuries and then also with Gaynor. How are the kids health-wise? You got anybody sitting out, or is everybody pretty healthy right now?
Right now, we are healthy. It's been a long time since I've been able to say that.
Yeah.
So we are healthy. We have everybody that's, all of our guys are going to be dressed out in full speed, unless they're lying to me and they got injuries and I don't know about them. But I know they're excited about getting to go play tonight, and I hope we come out with everybody that we go in with. That's always my question with coaches. I'm like, hey, man, y'all healthy? That's the first thing I always ask.
Yeah.
Y'all healthy?
Yeah.
Coach, I got to remind everybody out there at Holmes County, go to the game tonight, watch it, and you're not going to miss the Auburn game. All you got to do is turn it 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. 7 o'clock kickoff. Listen to Andy Bertram give the call. He did a great job on our show yesterday. Auburn at Baylor. As you're watching the Tiger Sharks in Holmes County play, or if you're at Tommy Oliver watching Mosley and Bay in the huge game here in Bay County. Coach, I got the camera set up. Every time you walk on Taco Bell, I know it. Make sure you wave to me, and you better be down there a lot, okay?
I heard Coach went scalloping the other day. Is that right?
Oh, hey,
You
man,
did?
my wife loves it. My wife and I got 2 girls. They love going, and they're professionals.
Yeah, I got a business partner that said he was with you, Alex.
Yes. Yeah, we had to teach Alex and Tyler and their daughter. We're showing them the
Yeah,
ropes.
he said they had a blast, man.
Yeah.
You can send some of those things. That's food up here at
send some of those salads this
104.3
way.
ESPN. We'll be glad to help you out. How much time we got?
If you help me clean them, I'll let you have all you want.
Hey, all day, baby.
Coach, we got about a minute. I want to ask you this. For Port St. Joe to win, what has to happen tonight besides scoring more points?
We gotta be able to just take what they give us offensively. Not trying to go over the home run ball. Establish the run game is always a big one for us because run games will open up that passing game. Defensively is not play with our eyes. Don't let your eyes wander and get in the backfield. Read your guards, read your keys. And tackle, run to the ball, tackle, protect the ball. All those little things that everybody always says, but it's the truth. Protect the ball, run to the ball, and don't make mental mistakes.
Coach, we appreciate it. Love you coming on. We will talk to you next Friday. Good luck tonight and a tough one against Holmes County. We appreciate you coming on.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Good luck, Coach.
y'all.
Taco Bell, Port St. Joe Tiger Sharks. Get out to Taco Bell. Have a great time. All you Tiger Sharks down there, the big supporters of Port St. Joe athletics. And they got DoorDash going on down at Tiger Sharks.
It's the best time of the year, man. We get to go out to a high school game, big rivalries tonight, tomorrow, big games. I mean, what more can you ask for?
I tell you what I love, what's going to happen tonight. Tommy Oliver, Mosley, Bay, huge football game. All you Dolphins, before you head out there, get out to Beefo Braves in Lynn Haven. Pat Perno, city commissioner over there. His restaurant is incredible. Have a little pep rally, have a big meal. Get there about 5:30. Have a great time. Head on over to Tommy Oliver.
Have you seen him lately? He's looking lean, mean, and
Well, he went to Max Fit Sports Nutrition. He wants to look better, feel better.
We actually talked for about 15, 20 minutes yesterday. He's feeling great. I mean, all his numbers are in order, so he's doing really good.
Yeah, and all these college games that are going on. If you're in Lynn Haven, you got to get to Beefo Braves Lynn Haven. TV's everywhere, customer service like you wouldn't believe. And a lot of people like having these football parties. What they do, they call Pat, they call Beefo Brady's in Lynn Haven. They order all these wings, they go pick them up, and they have their party at home. I encourage you to stay there and have a great time once you're there at Pat's place. The atmosphere is unbelievable. And Jason, speaking of feeling better, looking better, Max Fit Sports Nutrition, 2 great locations. We just had Jack works out with me down at the gym. Samantha, his daughter, married Chase Graham, one of our players, and just great people.
Yeah, I grew up with Chase. I love him.
I'm a wonderful guy. But they were his doctor, Dr. Moore, our doctor. This creatine stuff is pretty good for old people.
Yeah, I mean, they've been treating Parkinson's, dementia. It breaks the blood-brain barrier, so it helps with cognitive function. So there's a lot of benefits to creatine. Creatine also produces ATP, so even younger guys that are trying to get that edge in the gym for performance, energy, muscle contraction, endurance, burns fat. I mean, there's about 50 benefits to creatine. So creatine's fairly inexpensive. It's not like the 90s when they had some purification processes that could be toxic to kidneys. We haven't seen anything like that in 20 years, so it's really safe. I do wait till about 15, 16 to incorporate with the younger guys, but even as you get older, as you know, you've been using it for a while now. I think you've got some good benefits from
my
it.
bench press now is 325. It's amazing.
It will increase strength.
Hasn't done much for his dementia, though.
As far as you know.
But yeah, 5 to 10 grams of creatine a day is really good for cognitive thinking. Even if you're not in the gym, it's good for mental clarity, and
it's also good for hangovers. I heard from a friend.
Yeah,
it's good for
allegedly.
I just got a text.
I heard from a friend.
Text for Jack. He spots me. He goes, "That was 125." Oh, okay, I didn't know.
125.
Okay,
Yeah, those are kilograms.
Whatever. All right, get out to Maxfield Sports Nutrition. 2 great locations: 23rd Street, Pier Park. Especially if you're an athlete, you want to give your son or daughter edge in sports. That's where you want to go. Kyle, hurricane season. I tell you what.
Yeah, there's no running from it.
No.
Yeah, and I watched Katrina. Unbelievable. We'll talk about that later. But I got to ask you this: these insurance companies, you get a roof and they tell you, oh, you got a 30-year warranty, 20-year, whatever it is. Now these insurance companies are calling at 15 years and going, hey, look, we're going to drop you. Your roof's 15 years old. I got to get a roof in pretty quick. Can you help us out?
Absolutely. They have those 30-year shingles, but the insurance company doesn't care.
Yeah.
They're called limited lifetimes. Insurance doesn't care about that. As soon as you start hitting that within that 5-year mark, that 15 to 20, they're knocking at your door. They're sending you letters. They're coming by. They're doing more inspections. They're being more invasive. And if you need a roof or if you need somebody to help you walk through the process and hold your hand with the insurance companies, we'll be more than happy to help you out. Give us a shout, 866-9908, or visit us at tkvandia.com. Another thing, I stopped by Jason's to get some methylene blue earlier this week.
You got what?
He's got it in stock. Methylene blue.
Yeah. I mean,
What's
that's another good for cognitive functioning, mental clarity. Really helps with,
Hydrates the mitochondria, the powerhouse.
Did that you didn't get that for your dad?
No, that's for me.
That's for everybody, really. The only people that shouldn't take that if they're on antidepressants because
Yeah,
the
or SSRIs types.
Yep. Because it's going to increase serotonin levels, and there's some. I don't want to say a disease or reaction it can have if you take them both that overwhelms the brain and can have an issue. But if you're not, it helps. It's really like almost an alternative to caffeine. Makes me alert. I'm focused.
Yeah, I don't drink coffee anymore.
Yeah, it's really good for the brain.
Julie says I need it. All right, we'll be right back. Hey, Wildcat, before we go, can we say about Russ and Amber?
Hey, let me get a swig.
Some jewelry?
Oh, yeah. All you got to do is go to 830 Highway 77 in Lynn Haven, get a free jewelry inspection, get a free jewelry cleaning, check out the new stock. They're open 5 days a week. Check them out.
We get back. Coach Pettis, I hope. Bozeman, man.
KP.
Week 1, he gets a big win. Year 1.
Man, he's got a
Unbelievable.
tough schedule.
Woo!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida broadcasts the biggest and best games of the week. We're your headquarters for premier matchups, huge rivalries, and fan favorites. The games of the week: Notre Dame versus Miami, Baylor at Auburn, and LSU at Clemson. The Gulf Coast headquarters for college football is 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida. Here is your weather forecast on this Friday morning. As we head into this afternoon and evening, a likelihood of thunderstorms and mostly clouds and a high of 86 with a light breeze around 7 miles per hour coming out of the north. For tonight, a chance of thunderstorms and some clouds and a low near 74. Tomorrow, partly cloudy in the morning followed by likely thunderstorms and a high around 82. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Ellis Agency Insurance has been serving Panama City and Bay County for years. They offer a full line of affordable insurance coverage of all types. Many people are attracted to Ellis Agency Insurance because of their friendly, knowledgeable staff. Call independent agent Johnny Ellis for a true comparison of your personal or business insurance. Ellis Agency Insurance at the Old Cullen Insurance location, 1134 Harrison Avenue, across from Dandy Donuts and Deli. Call 763-1627.
With over 4 decades in business, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to take your collection to the next level. All new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia and supplies, new and vintage cards and Pokemon. Buy, sell, and trade. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards inside the Stanford Station on 23rd Street next to Academy Sports. Come see the bigger store and the larger inventory, or visit online, InstantReplaySportsCards.com.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
I'm not prepared. I really am not prepared at all. I hope you won't judge me on one email I sent 10 years ago.
My apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Live from the J. Michael Studio.
Now that's a spicier food demo!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Kyle Vandegrift with us, Jim Brandt, Jason Kovaleski, and Wildcat himself. This is our lineup on ESPN Northwest Florida tonight. You're at the big game, Mosley Bay. That's fine. Go have a great time. You're not going to miss the Auburn game. Listen to Jeremy. Listen to it right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Kickoff's at 7 o'clock. Andy Bertram does a great job with the Auburn Network. And then Saturday, the game, the big one. We started here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, 10:30 in the morning. Kickoff at 11, Texas, Ohio State. And then that night, LSU at Clemson right here. Pregame starts at 6, kickoff at 7. Listen to it, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Sunday, South Carolina at Virginia Tech. Pregame 1:30, kickoff at 2 o'clock. And then the big one that night. I don't know, Jason. I think I'm pulling. I think Notre Dame's going to win this game. You think Miami?
No, I think Notre Dame's going to win this one. I think Miami might win the ACC. I mean, okay. I do think Notre Dame's that good.
We'll have it here.
I'm anti-Notre Dame.
5:30, kickoff at 6:30.
Join a conference
right
usually,
here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Let's bring him on right now. The head football coach, Coach Pettis. How you doing, sir?
Coach KP.
I'm great, Coach. How are y'all doing?
Congratulations, man. You know, the first year, anywhere you go, you know it. You've done it. You've been in it for a long time. The first year is your toughest. You got to get in there and get used to the kids. They got to get used to you, your new coaching staff, new administration, everything. And you get stuck usually with a tough schedule. And you guys pulled it off by getting a big win over Holmes County in the first game. Congratulations. That's hard to do.
Congrats, Coach. That was a dog fight.
That's a good job.
Great win.
Talk about that and tell us who played well for you. Who the kids that played well?
You know, I think as a whole, the defense played well. We're starting to figure it out. It took us a while. You know, it took us a while at Arnold to get that defense playing the way I wanted it to play last year. And I think the worst position on my staff is probably the defensive coordinator.
That's what Kyle told me.
That's what Brandt told you.
That's kind of my my baby. But no, we're finally starting to get them to play the way we need them to play, not in spots. But I think as a whole, the defense played well. We were able to make corrections when they came to the sideline. They got enough of the terminology down that we can make corrections on the run now. So that's a big part. But I think Aiden Ezel played extremely well at safety. He had at the safety position, he had 4 tackles for loss. I mean, it was a great outing by him. So he did a great job in that area coming downhill. We still got things to work on, but also Asher Burris played extremely well up front. And they were big up front, and Asher was able to hang in there and two gap the center some. And then when they did do a double team, he was able to fight through a double team several times. So he allowed our linebackers to run. So, and then of course Wade Mitchell and also Braden Spence played well inside. So they did a real good job on defense. Offensively, Hayden Gay played well in our read game and played well, throwing the ball. And then, of course, Evan Clements, I think he had like 165 yards or something like that receiving and a touchdown to win the game. So it was a good night for him.
Isn't the quarterback his brother at A&M?
Yeah, he was a preferred walker.
Yeah, I know. I met his mom. Great people. They're really good people. I like them. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kyle.
Hey, Coach. If you wanted to give a grade on not only the coaches but the kids for that game, because it was a dogfight, 12-8 against Holmes County. Bravo on the win, Coach. But if you were to give a grade What grade would you give them? Oh, not only the players but the coaches.
Players, I'd probably give them a effort. I'd give them an A, but overall performance, I'd probably give them a C minus. Coaches, probably
especially that offensive coordinator.
Yeah, well, he gets an F.
That tracks.
But and then probably for the coaches a C minus. I think we can do some things better, and we will. You know, again, the only person on that staff that's ever worked for me is Trey, and he's the only one that really. So it's kind of like teaching coaches. And again, if we'd had a whole off season, it'd be a different. If we'd got there in January, it'd be a different story. We'd know everything by now, but right now we don't. And as late as I got there, I inherited coaches, and they're good coaches. They're really, really good coaches, and they're kind of still learning the process too.
Well, you're off to a good start, Coach, especially with that first one against Holmes County.
Well, yeah, and so I probably should give them a little better higher grade, but I'm just being honest. But it is a good first win. Boy, they were physical up front, and we came out of it healthy. So we'll see tonight.
Yeah, it doesn't get any easier. That's a huge win coming out of the gate. You got Leon next. Give us a little breakdown of Leon and what you expect from them.
Well, they got a pretty good skill set. They probably got 3 receivers. That's not as good as the group that we saw at Cottondale, but they're pretty daggum good. They're good on the back end. They have, like I said, they have speed back there. Offensively, they got 3 receivers that is as good as anyone we've seen. That can make it hurt. They got a big running back. I think it's number 13. I don't remember names. I remember numbers. He's a big bruising type back, and he's hard to bring down. So, I mean, we got our hands. We got our hands full tonight. But they play harder than they have. I've played Leon every year. I was in Tallahassee, and we've been fortunate to beat them every time. But they're playing harder now for Coach Bell than they have played in the past. So it's one of those deals where if you play hard, good things happen. So, we're going to hopefully – I'm praying for the rain gets in here sooner than later.
Hey, Coach, I got a question for you. Is this the second year of the contract with Leon? Is this a schedule that you inherited? Or talk to me about that.
Yes, it's a schedule I inherited. I told the kids, I don't know who did the schedule, but they set up Mission Impossible. So that was their mindset, I guess, going into it. And my whole thing is this. When I told the kids what we'd be doing over the summer, that we'd be doing over 1,000 abs every day, they thought that was Mission Impossible, but now they crave it every day. So nothing's impossible. Nothing ever is impossible. So, it's an inherited schedule. We won't play at 5A school ever again. I can go ahead and tell you that. It's just not a good pick for us. But I like how we match up this year with it for sure. But it's it's the first. I knew going in the first 4 games when it was Holmes County, Leon, Bluntstown, and Mariana. You better pull your britches up. You better, because every week there's not an off week. We don't have a a day that we can just kind of breathe a little bit. So right now it's full throttle and just putting the pressure on them so that they don't melt under the pressure of Friday Night Lights is where we're at right now.
Yeah, they're getting punched in the face every week.
But what message do you send to these kids? Because, I mean, as tough as the schedule is, this could really set you up for a playoff run because you're not going to see better teams than the Leon in the playoffs. So this can have some benefit. How do you approach this game when you're talking to your kids and in practice?
It kind of exactly how you put it. Look, like last night yesterday after practice when I talked to them, I was like, guys, what a great opportunity. What for the next 2 weeks. We had a tough first game. The next 2 weeks, boy, we're going to be battle-tested before we get to Mariana.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be battle-tested. So, I mean, we will have seen much better folks at that point when we get to our district.
Yep.
And so, as a football coach, you always set things up in threes, You got your preseason. That's all. Everything leads up to the district. Then you got your district games, and then you got your postseason. So that's kind of how we set it up. We're using these first 3 games to get us ready for our district.
Coach, I tell you what, man, I know you're busy. We appreciate you coming on, doing a great job.
We love you, Coach KP.
You've done a great job wherever you've been. We expect you to have a great year this year. And the thing about it, the year one's the toughest. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. We'll talk to you next Friday, okay?
All right, guys.
Appreciate
you coming back, Coach.
I tell you what, the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. We're in J. Michael's studio right now as we speak. You want the best seafood, the coldest beer, the legendary J. Michael's. Go check it out today. Chris Fish is a special. Grilled fish over a bed of rice, peppers, onions, and special sauce. It's outstanding. It's healthy, too. But they got ice cold beer, burger steaks, pork chops you would not believe. The legendary J. Michael's. Also, if you get injured in any way, go see the man, the myth, the legend, Dr. Chad Mitchell. 26 years on Bay Counties. 26 years. The guy's a legend. One of the first ones trained in robotic surgery. People come from all around just to be operated on Chad Mitchell. If you've got any type of injury, call Chad Mitchell and listen to him every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Stevenson Air Condition. I love local companies. I got 2 right here. 2 guys that grew up in this town. They started the business and knocking it out of the ballpark. They're the best at what they do. Don't go with national brands. Go with local people. That's Stevenson Air Conditioning. They are number one. It's not even close. They tell you they're going to be there. They're going to be there. They don't try to take every penny out of your pocket either. Stevenson Air Conditioning, number one. Get it serviced twice a year. You don't want to sit there and spend all your money on power bill. Go with Stevenson Air Conditioning. I guarantee you'll be glad you did. We'll be right back. 104.3. We'll get back. Let's look at these high school games. Let's get some picks. Be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
The brutal hits. The heartbreaking turnovers. Heroic comebacks.
In for the touchdown.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida delivers the biggest matchups of the week from across the nation. Your college football headquarters on the Gulf Coast. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Looking for dependable civil construction in the Florida Panhandle? CBC Construction has you covered. From land clearing and drainage to roads and underground utilities, CBC delivers high-quality work on time and on budget. Locally owned and operated, CBC is trusted by schools, developers, and municipalities. To learn more, call CBC Construction 850-740-3815 or visit cbcconstruction.com. That's cbcconstruction.com.
When it comes to building smart and roofing right, TK Vandy's is the name you can trust. They're your go-to for general contracting, design build solutions, and top quality roofing. From concept to completion, they deliver excellence on time and on budget. Whether it's a custom build or a complex renovation, they've got you covered. Literally. Call TK Vandy today and build something better together. TK Vandy, built with purpose, roofed with pride.
Looking for a new way to explore Bay County? Or maybe your trusty bike needs a tune-up? Head to Steve's Bike Shop. They've got a huge selection of new and used bicycles, plus the latest electric bikes to get you where you need to go fast. And if your bike is acting up, their expert technicians repair all makes and models, even electric bikes. Serving Bay County for 46 years. Steve's Bike Shop, 1924 West 23rd Street, right across from Sam's. Steve's Bike Shop. Your ride starts here.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local from the J. Michael Studio.
Boss, I got good news and bad news. Whoa, what's the bad news? Your hat's on fire.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. High school picks right now. Before we get into that, we're going to get into something else real quick. I do want to give some love to Lee Corso. His last pick will be tomorrow morning, and we'll be at the occasion place watching that last pick. He started back in 1996, the first time he ever picked a team. It was the Ohio State Buckeyes. Did he get it right? Yes, he did. Ohio State beat Penn State that day. Since then, he's made 430 picks. His record, guys, pretty good. 78% win. 66.5% win, which is really good. He picked 286 correct. He missed 144. In the 90s, he knocked it out of the ballpark. As a matter of fact, in 1999, he went 11-0. Then 2000, he hit 72%. 2001, not so good. He was 5-6. 2002 was 4-9. And then he picked it up again. His last pick will be in the exact same place where he started, and I predict he will pick the Buckeyes again. He did it 46 years ago. I think he's going to pick the Buckeyes.
100%.
Probably. I mean, I think that's why they have him at the game. That was his first pick. First two picks, I believe, were Ohio State. So, but he's an SEC guy. Texas is really good, so maybe he will pick Texas. I don't think it's predetermined at any by any stretch of the imagination. I think he's going to pick who he thinks is going to win.
He's picked Ohio State more than any other team. He picked Ohio State 45 times. Next team is Alabama. He picked him 38. LSU 25. Georgia and Oklahoma both 22. When they do the head picks, he's picked animals 285 times, 68 cats, 46 birds, 39 dogs.
And you get into the weeds.
Who they are, I have no idea. They said Alabama could be either a couple things because they're elephants and they're something else. So
detergent.
Anyway. But I tell you what, I'm going to miss him. I love that guy. He made game day, in my opinion. Looking forward to watching that last pick. But we'll get more into that when we do our college picks. Now, let's jump on and get into it right now.
Yeah, let's get into this, Coach.
All right, we're going to keep these up all year. Julie will grade these. I will give her this notebook. She's going to grade them, and she'll put every weekend who's doing well on top. We can look at it, review it, except for mine. All right, here we go. Let's go with Freeport at J. I got Freeport. Jim Brandt, who do you got?
Freeport.
Jason Kowaleski.
I'm going with Freeport.
And Kyle Vandergrift.
100% Freeport.
Woo! Freeport, baby. Bill Thomas and Sneeds at Seminole County. I got Bill Thomas.
Yeah, go with Bill.
Yeah, I think they have a bounce back year. I think
Come on, Bill.
Sneeds.
Kyle?
I'm going to say Bill Thomas.
Good man. Good man. Port St. Joe Tiger Sharks. Taco Bell Tiger Sharks. Week 1 did not play. I didn't like that. Week 2, they're going against a team that's got their feelings hurt. They're going to be ready to go, and they're at home. Kyle, I'll start with you. Who do you like?
I love Port St. Joe, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to go with Holmes County on this one because they're going to bounce back and they're going to be ruthless.
Holmes County. All right, Jim Bob.
I have to agree with Kyle on this one. Had Port St. Joe played a game first week, but they'd been off for 2 weeks. They were going to play a team that traditionally doesn't lose at home, and they have to go there. I'm going to go to Holmes County for the same reasons.
Jason Kowaleski.
Yeah, Port St. Joe is one of my favorite programs outside of Bay County. But, I mean, coming off a bye, a team that just lost a close game, that has, aspirations of being in the playoffs at home. Yep. That's a tough order for Port St. Joe. I think it's going to be super close, but I got to go with Holmes County on that one.
It's so hard to win there. They play extremely hard. A great community, great kids. It's just hard to win there. I got Port St. Joe pulling it up.
There you go.
Taco Bell, Port St. Joe. They're going to
free tacos on Coach Hale.
There you go. Vernon.
He just had a stroke for everybody not seeing on TV.
Vernon at Liberty. I got Liberty. Jim?
I don't know much about either one. I know Liberty got smoked by Bluntstown last week. I'm going to go with Vernon. That's a complete in the dark. Throwing a dart at a dartboard.
Okay, Vernon.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Vernon on that one too, Coach.
Vernon.
Who's at home?
It's at Liberty.
Let me go with Liberty County.
Yeah, that's the reason I went. Yellow on means somebody's been green. You see a lot of flags over there.
And Bluntstown beats a mess out of a lot of teams. So
yeah. All right, Destin versus Baker. I got Baker. And Destin's. I love those people over there. But I think he's back. I think the coach Brunson's back at Baker. Is that true?
He is?
Somebody told me
that. If Matt Brunson's back at Baker, it's Baker, 100%.
Yeah, I heard. Look that up. I heard. Somebody told me. I don't know if that's true or not.
I thought he retired.
Yeah, he did. Then I heard he came back. So I picked Baker. I'm going to go with Baker. Who you got?
Baker.
Kyle.
Who's playing again?
Destin versus...
Destin.
So this is their second, third year.
Yeah, they're young.
Yeah. So definitely Baker.
Making our.
I'm going to go with Baker. I'm still going to,
Yeah, we love you. We love you over there in Destin, but Baker, man, there's some tough kids there. All right, South Walton, Fort Walton. South Walton, Fort Walton. Who you like?
I'm going to go South Walton.
Kyle Van
Are they
Dereen.
playing at the new stadium?
This game is playing at South Walton's new stadium.
Okay, I'm going to go with South Walton.
Yeah.
Because of the new
Jason
stadium.
Kovaleski.
Give me South Walton.
I'm going with the Seahawks. I got.
Especially since I did the roofs over there.
No wonder it looks so great. This is man. Tell you what, Rutherford just got through playing Mosley. Now Rutherford's at Bluntstown. Ooh,
dang!
I love Coach Floyd.
Hey, brick by brick, baby.
I got Bluntstown.
Yeah, Bluntstown for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Rutherford on this one. I think they're gonna upset them.
You got some inside information.
I think Jalil's gonna come out. I think Coach K is gonna.
I hope.
I think Coach Floyd and Coach K are starting to get on the same page now, and I think Braylon Hurd's going to make some big plays. So I'm going Rutherford.
And where's this
brick
game?
by brick?
It's at Bluntstown.
I would have went with Rutherford at home. It's hard to go over there and play. I mean,
it is.
I mean, the stadium's going to be rabid and packed. Give me Bluntstown, but I think this is a much tougher game. I think that Mosley game, they did find some things on offense that they were good at, but I think Bluntstown's just a little better.
I'm going to give you all the win, okay? I had North Florida Christian. They played last night. I'm going to give all y'all North Florida Christians because they won.
Who are they playing?
They beat North Bay Haven.
Okay.
And Andy's not coach. Andy said resigned.
Yeah, it's Trent Edwards is now the interim head coach.
All right. Arnold's home. Arnold's home. I got them bouncing back, went in there playing Providence Christian, and they won their first game pretty big. But I got Arnold. Arnold's going to win that game.
I'm going to go Arnold.
100% I'm going to go Arnold. I think them boys are going to bounce back.
Yeah, this is a bounce back game for them. I'm sure they were disappointed with how the Bay High game went, but that's a good program. They got good coaches. Give me Arnold.
Bozeman versus Leon. We just talked to Coach. That's at home. That's going to be tough. He talked about the matchup, the skilled players they have there. You make one mistake, they take it to the house. You just can't. Foot speed's unbelievable over there. Big 5A school, got more kids to choose from. Jim, who you going with?
It's hard to pick a 2A against a 5A. Give me Leon.
It's hard to pick a 2A against a 5A, but I think Coach KP, I think he's the man for the job. And I think Bozeman, especially after Holmes County last week, 12-8. I think Bozeman pulls this one off.
Bozeman.
Man, I love Bozeman. I love the coach. I think they're in the right direction.
Did you look at Leon's first game, who they played and what happened?
No.
Was it McCullough?
McCullough's a pretty good program, too.
Yeah.
Before you make your pick.
Shoot. I think this is going to be an extremely close game. I'm going to go with Leon just because of the 5A, and I know what type of program they
there was a loss to Wakulla, 20-37.
Yeah, I hope Bozeman gets it done.
Now, if they get that offense rolling, because that defense
Control
is really
the clock,
good. Yeah.
keep them off the field, they can win the game. This 5A school versus 2A, I'm going to go with the percentages. I'm going to go. You're going to come out looking like a rose on this.
Yeah.
The big one, the one we've been waiting for. Who's the king of Bay County? Witten is building a dynasty over at Mosley.
That's the game of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Coach Brown's won a state championship. He's been there, knows what it takes. He's got them rolling at Bay High School. This is going to be a huge game, huge crowd. And make sure you go and make sure you have a good time, but make sure you listen to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Listen to the Auburn-Baylor game at the same time you're watching Mosley. Kyle, I'll start with you. How's this going to play out?
All right, so I've been texting Jeremy this morning back and forth, and last week I had to do 25 push-ups out there in front of him at halftime because it was already 35-0 and a running clock.
You picked Arnold. Huh?
I did. I picked Arnold by 2. But I think this is going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight, but I think the Golden Toe is going to put 3 on the board at the end to win it for Mosley. Maverick Wright's going to put 3 at the very end to win it.
Mosley High School in a close one. 3-point win. Jason Kovaleski.
I never had
You
a
went
doubt.
to Bay.
Last week, we knew what was going to happen in that game.
Fair weather.
JB's my guy. I mean, we played together in high school. I love the man. He's doing great over there. Give me Bay High. I mean, I know Mosley's probably one of the best in the Panhandle. I mean, they played well last year. They played well this year.
We got a new king. Jason Kovaleski, here first. We got a new king. It is Bay High School.
Fighting Glen Manley.
Jim,
I think it's going to be a close one, like somebody said, but I've seen that Mosley's won 4 of the last 5, so I'm going to go Mosley. I think they're kind of on
Mosley
a
High
roll.
School. Mosley, 5A versus 3A?
Yeah, 3A.
I'll go 5A. I got Mosley winning a close game. They're going to get after each other. It's going to be a great game. Great high school game.
Mosley's been the standard in Bay County for the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years. So it's going to be a tough order for Bay High, but I know the way they worked in the off season and in the weight room. So if there's a chance, this is the year they're going to do it.
We get back. We're going to have the newbies update on FSU. Then we got Jeff Spiegel, all you need to know about Bama, Auburn, and then college picks right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. You love bikes, go local. Go get you a good quality bike. Get you one of the best electrical bikes out there. We're not talking about going to buy a bike from some major store and you walk out the door and the tire's already flat. No, you want to get a great bike, you go to Steve's Bike Shop. He's a swim coach at Mosley High School, does an incredible job. He's been serving Bay County. If you can stay in business long, you're doing something right. 1979, that's 46 years they've been there. Right across the street from Sam's. Great selection, electrical bikes, the old standard bikes. They work on them, they sell them, they do it all. Steve's Bike Shop, number one, not even close. Matter of fact, I'm getting my granddaughter a bike from there. All right, we'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
You've read the headlines. You've seen the highlights. But how about the unfiltered truth?
Steroid era, you can like it, love it, hate it, whatever. It's a baseball.
Since 2017, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has been the undisputed leader for sports coverage on the Panhandle. If it matters in sports, it matters to us, and it matters to you. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida. Here is your weather forecast on this Friday morning. As we head into this afternoon and evening, a likelihood of thunderstorms and mostly clouds and a high of 86 with a light breeze around 7 miles per hour coming out of the north. For tonight, a chance of thunderstorms and some clouds and a low near 74. Tomorrow, partly cloudy in the morning followed by likely thunderstorms and a high around 82. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
Got a scratch, dent, or full-blown wreck? Bring it to Recommended Collision Center in Panama City. From small scratches to all-over paint jobs, from fender benders to major collisions, it's Recommended Collision Center. They work with all insurance companies and offer customer pay options too. A family-owned collision center that takes pride in top-quality repairs, friendly service, quick drop-offs, and a fast turnaround. So when life throws you a wreck, they'll help you get amended. Recommended Collision Center, 1329 Jinx Avenue, Panama City.
Phone lines are open. 850-215-6290. The Coach James Hale Show is taking your calls live and local. From the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. Woo! Hey, before we get into FSU and newbies, I want to say real quick, 1 in 5 develop skin cancer, it can be deadly. Go see Dr. Ward. Call, make an appointment. Jason Cavalesi, we're going to get him in here as soon as possible. Don't play around with it. 5 minutes can save your life. And listen to Dr. Ward every Wednesday, 7:30 right here on the ESPN Northwest Florida. Get out to Newbies, have a great time. Newbies doing the Curve, the place to go watch all the sporting events. I can't wait till it gets cold. They got the fireplace going. You're shooting pool. You're watching all the different games. You're having a great time down there. And then when the games are over, where are you going to go? You're going to head down to the mothership. Charlotte's going to have the best bands in the Southeast every Friday and Saturday night for your entertainment. Get out to one of the 4 newbies, have a great time. Love John, love Charlotte, wonderful people. Jim, what do you got for us today on
Hey,
FSU?
Coach, before we get started with Florida State, just want to give a shout-out to Frank Feuder. He got inducted into the Florida chapter of the National Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Yes, yes, sir.
Local boy,
Baby.
National Hall of Fame.
Love it, man. Love that.
He was there when I was in school, and they had some great wrestlers. They always competed at state. So, I mean, I know a lot of the old wrestlers that I went to school with are super happy about that.
Yeah,
He's a
shout
good
out to
man.
you, Coach.
Yeah.
Well, real quick, Jimmy, I'm sorry. Rutherford's not playing Bozeman. The game has been canceled. I just got a text from this, and we don't know that's
Playing Bluntstown.
Bluntstown. We're trying to find out. Rutherford's not playing Bluntstown today. The game has been canceled. So we shall see about that. Go ahead, Jim.
Well, you kind of stole a little bit of my thunder. We're talking about Lee Corso. Lee Corso, for those who don't know, did play at Florida State. He was their all-time interception leader for a long time, if you can believe that. Lee Corso intercepting the ball, but he was a pretty good player. He did a great job on game day. Everybody's going to miss him. He, like you said, he made that show. Everybody waited for that last couple of minutes. So who's he going to pick? So that's going to be a sad thing. But honestly, if you have any, this is just me now. This is my own opinion. Nobody told me. If you have any compassion, there comes a time when, man, it's time for Lee to take it to the house. I mean, he had just had real issues. He had that stroke and survived it, and it was really tough. It was kind of hard to watch. And it's like, his brain's going a mile a minute, and he can't really get out what he wants to say and everything. And it was just time for him to go. He's 90 years old, for those of you.
Jim, you make a great point. Two times. I think I told you about one of them, but the Texas-Alabama game in Tuscaloosa, I think that now was maybe 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. You could see it. You could tell then. And then the SEC championship game with Atlanta, they had to actually help him get in the chair, get out of the chair.
Yeah.
You're right. He's getting, bless his heart, he's getting up there in age.
Yeah. As much as I don't like Kirk Herbstreit, you could see him help him along a little bit and on the set. So, great career. He really built game day, made it exciting.
No,
I mean, that on-campus hat picking and stuff like that has been huge for them. And
I was one of those people, and I got to get impatient. It's like, we don't need 3 hours of this crap. Let's just get to the picks, and of course, we'll put the head on.
Right.
Okay, we'll play the game. 3 hours of all that nonsense.
The mayor just told me to tell you that his roommate was Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, Burt Reynolds was his roommate. So.
And Michigan State said the same thing.
Yeah, he's definitely a Florida State guy all the way. And that's why we talked about this as a show a while ago in the past. Is he going to do his last game at Florida State, or is he going to do it at Ohio State? And I saw the reasoning for both. You would think he'd do the Florida State one, but he'd probably have to pick Alabama.
Right.
you would think. So I don't know. So let's get to the actual game. I was reading some things this morning before I came about Florida State, and they have all these transfers. Deuce Robinson at wide receiver, and the kid from Roydale Williams, I think, from
Alabama.
Alabama. Their quarterbacks, so they got a lot of transfers they're counting on. It didn't work out last year at all by any stretch of the imagination. So hopefully this year it'll go a little bit better. But they got a pretty big uphill battle. You're 13.5-point underdogs at home. Man, that just doesn't happen at the Florida State very often. So hopefully they'll compete well, and they'll give Alabama a game. Personally, I think Alabama's going to beat them, but hopefully they'll be competitive. The thing that
I just hope they're competitive, Coach.
I'm sorry?
I just hope it's a competitive game.
Yeah, the thing that just I was so surprised last year with Florida State, I've watched Florida State for 40 years. They just didn't have any fire in their butt whatsoever. No, once it started to go bad, it was just like, let's just get this over with. And hopefully that's been corrected. And they have some guys that seem like they care. I'm sure they do, because, man, it didn't look that way last year.
We talked about this last year, though. I hated that they scheduled that first game in Ireland or London, whatever, because when they come back, they had a hangover. They didn't really look like they had any fire. And then that thing kind of steamrolled, downhill fast, because they obviously missed on the quarterback. But that first game, they were super competitive in. I could have won it. I could have went either way. And then after that, coming back.
That was about it.
Yeah. And then
that was it.
And M. Brunson's the head coach at Baker.
He is at Baker?
Yeah. According to Max Preps.
I did not know that.
Yeah. But when they played Georgia Tech over there in Ireland, Georgia Tech with the offensive lines played together there, I think for 4 years. They've had like 70 starts or something.
Well, if you look at Georgia Tech, they were really good last year.
The mayor said they were They were still trying to get over the blank whipping by the Georgia Bulldogs. 14 players didn't play. The coaches didn't let them get over it. Yeah.
I agree with that.
That's probably true.
As much as maybe even take that game out, just missing the playoffs in general after you went undefeated, that has to be a real kick in the gut for the people in the playoff.
Yeah.
He'll get you in. Yeah. All right. I think it's going to be a close competitive football game. We're going to do our picks in a little while, break it down some more, but Alabama's lost their best defensive lineman. He's a captain of the team. He's going to have ankle surgery. He's not going to play.
Yeah, tightrope surgery.
The guard, I don't know, the backup guard is going to be starting. But you know.
Yeah, but the backup's 4-star.
Yeah. If you go by 24/7 ranking the best rosters when they came out, this is what the key word, based on their high school ranking. That's a big difference, okay? That doesn't mean a whole lot. Right. But if you go by that, Alabama's got the best roster in all of college football. You can't go by that. You know, you got to be developed once you get there and all these other things, and sometimes you miss.
Julian Sain and Caleb Downs are elsewhere.
Right.
Puts a smile on his face, a warm, fuzzy feeling in his heart.
Getting back to Lee, though, I didn't know you were going to talk about that, but I think he picks Ohio State.
I 100% think so, too, especially since it was his first
one, last one.
Picks, you know, it's like...
Being in Columbus, I don't think he wants to get booed his last time either, you know. I mean, there's a reason they went to that Ohio State Texas game.
Herbstreit's his boy, too, so...
So.
Well, come on, the real reason they went to that game is because it's number one, it's number 3, 2, whatever you're looking at. That's the biggest game of the year so far.
But can you imagine if he picks Texas and Columbus? Pat McAfee is going to have
I don't see him doing that.
I don't see him doing that either.
You didn't see the hot mic where Pat McAfee said he hated Ryan Day?
No.
Oh, yeah. That was like 2 weeks ago. He came back from Australia. He was drunk, and he walked up on the show. He thought the commercial was cut, and he's like, I hate Ryan Day, and just talking crap about him because Ryan Day didn't come on his show because when they did that skit with Lou Holtz and, you know, the fake Lou Holtz was making fun of Ryan Day, saying he wanted to fight him. Ryan Day did not like that at all, you know, so he was like, we're not going to go on the McAfee show. So
stop being so soft.
I don't agree with that either.
It's
but
satire,
you wouldn't go on a
man.
show?
Not after the national championship game.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they did the fake Lou Holtz thing, kind of caught him off guard, didn't really like it. And then Pat McAfee said he hated him and didn't like Ohio State at all. But they got A.J. Hawk on there. I think they're smoothing it out, but, you know, I don't see a whole lot of respect between them. I expect McAfee to be fully on the Texas side.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
With the belt buckle and all.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this Florida State-Alabama game, weather could play into that factor. What about in Columbus? Have y'all looked at the weather, what's supposed to be like?
It's supposed to be 60, 65 degrees.
It's supposed to be good up there, but we're supposed to get dumped on.
Yeah. I think that favors Florida State.
Yeah.
Alabama's got some great speed receivers. They got a lot of good receivers, guys. I think it's going to be a really competitive football game. Gus Malzahn knows what he's doing. He's had success against Alabama. He's not scared of Alabama. A lot of people line up to play Alabama. They're already lost or already gave up a touchdown before they kick off.
One thing I will say about Florida State, they'll have a plan on offense, and they have the players to execute it because now they got a quarterback that fits that offense.
Go back to last year when that little quarterback from Vandy ran all over him.
Right.
A running quarterback's always giving Alabama fits. This guy can do it. Hey, Alabama had the best roster and ranked number 1 in the country. Go to Vandy, and nobody gave Vandy a shot. Look what happened. Florida State's got a lot better players, I think, than Vandy had. I think it's going to be a competitive football game.
And it's really hard to prepare for a team like this because you don't see a whole lot of teams that run the Gus Malzahn offense anymore with the center.
It's hard to get a quarterback to show it.
For sure. And you don't want to expose your quarterback to a lot of hits, but, you know, he's done it before. He actually ran all over Florida State, 2 years ago?
Yeah, Castellanos.
Oh. He's got a lot of confidence. We'll see if it's confidence or just bravado here in about 24 hours.
Well, let's talk about some other people we love. We love all of them. But get out to Newbies, have a great time. John and Charlotte, always give back to the community. Also, don't forget about Turf Pro Pest Control. You want that yard like a golf course? Patrick can make it happen. You got bugs getting in your house, he can make them go away forever. And here we go again, another local company that's doing a great job. Listen to Patrick every Monday, 8:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Get out to the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant on Thomas Drive. Today, as special as Chris Fish is outstanding. Grilled fish over a bed of rice, peppers, onion special sauce, outstanding. I think we're going to give something away, and we don't, which is good. Also, Beef O'Brays in Lynn Haven. I love Patrick. The city commissioner over there does a great job. We're going to have a big party, watch the games. Who are you going to call? You're going to call Beef O'Brays at Lynn Haven. You're going to order you're going to order the much wings you want, and they're going to be outstanding. Go pick them up, take them home. Better yet, Get down to Beef Rub Race in Lynn Haven and eat there. TVs everywhere. Great customer service. Food's outstanding. Mosley Dolphins tonight. Get there about 5:30. Have yourself a little pep rally. Have a great meal. Head on down to Tommy Oliver, which is one of the biggest games all year. Bay versus Mosley.
Doesn't get any bigger than that.
You're not going to miss the Auburn game. You're not going to miss it at all. We're going to have it for you right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Turn your dial to 104.3. Listen and watch the game at Tommy Oliver and listen to the Auburn-Baylor game. We will be right back with Wildcat, with Kyle, with Jason, with Jim, and hopefully with Jeff Spiegel. Be right back.
Weather in the Panhandle never stops. Turn to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast.
Up to the minute weather reports all day long.
A chance of thunderstorms and moderate rain.
In-depth storm coverage.
Winter Storm Enzo.
And breaking weather as it happens.
Hurricane Helene.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
We do have a tropical storm warning.
Rely on it.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida. Here is your weather forecast on this Friday morning. As we head into this afternoon and evening, a likelihood of thunderstorms and mostly clouds and a high of 86 with a light breeze around 7 miles per hour coming out of the north. For tonight, a chance of thunderstorms and some clouds and a low near 74. Tomorrow, partly cloudy in the morning followed by likely thunderstorms and a high around 82. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Looking for dependable civil construction in the Florida Panhandle? CBC Construction has you covered. From land clearing and drainage to roads and underground utilities, CBC delivers high-quality work on time and on budget. Locally owned and operated, CBC is trusted by schools, developers, and municipalities. To learn more, call CBC Construction 850-740-3815 or visit cbcconstruction.com. That's cbcconstruction.com.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe. Powered by Panama City Toyota.
And that's out of the ballpark.
ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Looking for the most romantic night out in Panama City? Ferrucci Ristorante is your destination for authentic Italian cuisine and unforgettable moments. The candlelight, the wine, the homemade pasta. It's like a little slice of Italy. From handcrafted sauces to centuries-old recipes, Ferrucci brings true Italian flavor to every plate. It's where love stories begin and anniversaries are celebrated. To reserve your table, call 850-913-9131. Ferrucci Ristorante, Panama City's most romantic escape.
For the A.
Here comes the throw. It's late. Braves win.
Your spot for the Atlanta Braves on the Gulf Coast. Listen live nights and weekends. This is Braves Country. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Alabama Updates brought by a great local company over in the great city of Lynn Haven, Florida. Stevenson Air Conditioning. They are number one. They never lose. They game plan it up. They execute, and they win. They're nothing but winners over there. Anytime, day or night, if you have a problem, call Stevenson Air Conditioning. They'll be there for you. Make sure you go with local. Don't go national. Go for locals. That is Stevenson Air Conditioning. Let's go for the best of the best right now. We're going with the great guys. Jeff Spiegel out of Birmingham, Alabama. He's been covering college athletics since 1983. I think he was about 7 years old when he started. Good looking, wonderful guy.
Jeffrey.
What's up, Big Daddy? You doing good?
I'm doing good. You guys sound like it's a football weekend, like you're in a good mood.
Absolutely. Oh, my God. We're about time, baby.
Let's go.
We got to watch some last night, man. Nebraska. We got to watch Missouri. What about Missouri? What about the SEC, baby? Missouri, 61. And that really good team they played was 6. I'm not going to mention any names.
They actually scored.
That was CVS Pharmacy that played.
Yeah. I thought it was Costco when I was looking at it. I guess it's Central Arkansas.
Hey. And Florida's opened up with a powerhouse, too, today.
Yeah, Long Island. That's a tough one.
They got a tough game, too.
Yeah, they have 1,100 students.
But, hey, you know,
Mosley has more students.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They got Texas. That's right.
Kyle, you ready? SEC. Love it, baby.
Hey, Mizzou looked better than Boise.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. Hey, you know what? I'm glad that happened. I hope all the rest of Cinderellas lose. early and late.
But you're a hater. God,
I'm a very bad hater.
Drinking hater.
The Grinch that hates the playoffs.
I'm still steaming over the SEC getting left out of the playoffs last year. And we had 3 teams that deserved to be there. Well, 2 of them. I'll take Alabama off that list. I'll take them off it now.
Okay, good. I was about to tell you to pump the brakes. I was going to say you should be steamed about them losing at Vanderbilt.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Hey, let me ask you this. How did Alabama Birmingham do last night at home?
Well, it was a struggle, but they beat Alabama State 52-42. ASU was up 28-17 in the third quarter, but ASU could not stop UAB. Jalen Kitna threw for like 267. They had a guy run for 166. But the story of the game to me was ASU's quarterback, a guy by the name of Andrew Body, who, you know what? I mean, he's going to fly under the radar all year because he plays in the SWAC, but he is going to be a problem for teams in the SWAC. He threw for 312 and 4 touchdowns, had a 60-yard touchdown run. I mean, he was the best player on the field.
Well, that kind of surprised me, that score. I thought UAB would play a little bit better, but you never know. All right, let's jump. We got to jump into Alabama FSU. I think the weather favors FSU. We're supposed to have, I think the kickoff's going to be in the 80s, rain, thunderstorms. The game could actually be delayed. Even the fourth quarter was supposed to have bad weather. Alabama, their captain, their best defensive lineman, out for the game. Hopefully we'll get him back for the Georgia game. I don't know about that, but talk about that, the injuries, Alabama's guard position, defensive line. What else is Alabama? They must have a pretty physical fall camp that as many people will get hurt.
Well, to me, I don't know about that, but to me the major concern is Tim Keenan. You know, he's your team captain. He's just a great D lineman. I would be more concerned about that than I would be with Jam Miller, because they got plenty of running backs, and with Jaden Roberts as well. I mean, Gino Vandermark's gotten a lot of time there. He's played in 13 games, got a couple of starts last year at either guard position. So, you know, I think while Florida State's kind of, you know, licking their chops that maybe they can, you know, take advantage of this guy, then I don't think they really miss a beat there. You know, the weather is probably gonna play a factor somewhat. Week 1, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some, you know, jitters on Ty Simpson's part. But one thing I'll say about Ty Simpson is everyone has said, this is his first start, but it's not his first win. He came off the bench in the South Florida game when they started Tyler Buckner, which was a train wreck of a start, and then he finished that job. So he's gone through some adversity. He's gotten a win under adverse conditions. And, you know, so let's not forget that guy's got that on his resume. So I think he's going to be able to handle this situation.
And we saw last night, South Florida's pretty good at home. And actually, they probably should have beat Alabama a couple of years ago in South Walton. I mean, to South Florida. But they looked good last night beating Boise State. All right. Everybody's down here like, I hear Alabama fans like, we're going to blow them out. I'm saying, you better hold off on that. I said, you get up to Vandy, we played a quarterback can run, and we had all this talent. They didn't have any, and we got our butts embarrassed. FSU, they hate us. They're the reason, Alabama's the reason they didn't make the playoffs. They were the beginning of the downfall of Florida State because the players didn't play against Georgia. All this kind of stuff you're hearing.
We will know when you know.
Yeah. Anyway, they're going to be ready. They're going to give us everything they've got. I think it's going to be a competitive football game. What do you think? How's this game going to play out tomorrow at 2:30 right here on ABC?
Well, listen, everybody wants to make a first impression, right? I mean, every team wants to make, you know, a strong first impression. And it's important that, you know, if you're Mike Norvell, that when you went 2-10 last year, that you come out of the gate, I don't care who you're playing, that you come out and you play well. And you don't want to get, you know, curb stomped, you know, by Alabama at your home stadium. So, you know, they're going to come out with some fire. Castellanos is a guy who's, you know, got a little bit of moxie, you know, did a little bit of talking, you know, and the Alabama guys responded to it. And so, you know, there's some incentive, you know, on Alabama's part, you know, to shut this guy up and you know, and beat them. So, you know, each team, I think, has a lot to prove. I mean, Florida State probably has more to prove because of their horrible record last year. But Alabama went 9-4 and missed the playoffs, and they can't miss the playoffs like multiple years running. So, they got to come out and make a strong statement, play well, and I think it's important, absolutely important that they get a win here. So I think it's going to be, it's going to be a struggle. All first games are. Ty Simpson's not going to play perfect. Don't expect him to, but I think, he'll run into a little adversity, but he's got a strong supporting cast that I think is going to get him through.
All right, let's see if you agree with these reasons Alabama wins the ball game. Number one, the most important reason, they just have a better roster. They have better players than FSU. Do you believe that?
I do, without a doubt.
All right, number two, Alabama line of scrimmage, bigger, stronger, more physical than FSU.
I think so. When you're in a situation like this where, it could be raining and you have to run the football, obviously they don't have Jam Miller, but they got an offensive line that can open up some holes for whoever carries the pigskin.
Alabama's receivers, extremely talented, a lot of them. Speed's unbelievable. Florida State's DBs can't match Alabama's wide receivers. You agree with that?
World-class receivers, but, that's another situation where the weather could kind of neutralize the passing game.
Right.
So that's where, you need to depend, on the running backs.
Advantage Alabama, FSU breaking in two new coordinators, a new 3-3-5 defense, and a new offensive scheme with Gus Malzahn. Does that advantage? I don't think it's advantage Alabama. I think that might be an advantage for FSU. But I get it. It's the first game.
Yeah, well, I think Gus is going to come out with a good plan. He's got a guy who closely resembles, Nick Marshall, a guy who had great success with at Auburn. So that's one of the most intriguing parts of this to me is how Gus operates and the Florida State offense operates against this defense. And this defense could be, world class before it's all said and done. I think this defense is great. It may be one of these games where, it's a sloppy game, and neither offense gets really on track, but Alabama's defense pulls them through.
There's a certain few teams that have a mental effect on their opponents. They intimidate their opponents. Ohio State, Georgia, Alabama. When you play those teams, some teams members on the opponents really deep down feel like they cannot beat this team. Do you think FSU's intimidated of Alabama?
Absolutely not. I mean, when you lost at Vanderbilt last year, that took away a lot of intimidation factor from Alabama. So Alabama's got to get that back.
Yeah,
that's the reason they really need to play well, tomorrow night, and just kind of get back to the standard and get back to the old Alabama where they got the swagger and all that stuff.
Don't sleep on Vanderbilt though; they're notorious for being.
But I think being
snipers.
The first game of the year, too, everybody's 0-0, so they don't have any reference of why Alabama should beat them. You know what I'm saying? Last year's a different team. This year they're coming in. They got new coaching staff, new players. So,
but I will say this, year in, year out, when you play a certain schools and you see those uniforms, deep down you wonder, can we really beat these three teams?
Yeah, when you see a team like Alabama.
Alabama's dropped off. Georgia and Ohio State hasn't. Nick Saban's
when they get off the
anymore.
bus and you're looking over there going, wow, they're pretty big.
Jeff, we used to do this. Jim, we watched films and we would point out things to our opponents. That we're intimidated at this guy, and we would show things. All the Florida State coaches staff had to do is put on the Tennessee tape, put on the Vandy tape, put on the Oklahoma tape, and put on the last time they played the Michigan tape. They shouldn't be intimidated by Alabama at all. They should feel pretty good about playing Alabama. I would think their last three games, Alabama looked pathetic. They didn't look like anything special at all, in my opinion. Except maybe the Auburn game, they looked okay, but undisciplined.
Who's got the better run defense?
Alabama.
Alabama's got 8 guys back. You would think. Who's got the better run defense, Jeff? Who do you think?
I think Alabama's got the better run defense. I know with Keenan out, but I mean they're going to slide, some guys in there. James Smith will certainly have, a little bit more responsibility. A kid who played at Parker, Jeremiah Beeman, is probably going to get some more minutes, and so he's a guy who's probably going to be a star, the future there. So I like Alabama's run defense. So, if they want to intimidate them, maybe they should go out there and take their shirts off and pregame like Tennessee did against Ohio State.
That worked well.
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Tennessee's quarterback, you could tell he would nothing intimidated him. He didn't want to go back on the field.
Right.
He didn't want to go back on the field. Hey, let me ask you real quick. We got to take a break, come back and do Auburn. Give us a prediction. What's the score going to be? What, in your opinion, how's this thing going to play out?
I'm going to say 24-10. That's what I'm sticking with. 24-10.
Okay, so they're absolutely under the 50. I think it's 50 and a half, 58 and a half, something like that. The over-under. I got it written down so I can look it up. We get back with Jeff Spiegel. We'll talk about the Auburn Tigers. Auburn on the road tonight right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Angie Burcham gave us a little insight yesterday what's going on at Auburn. Looking forward to this. This is a huge game for Hugh Freeze and the Auburn Tigers. I feel good about it. All right, let's talk about some of our wonderful people. Get out. If you have any problems day or night, go call Stevenson Air Conditioning. Local companies. Let's deal with local people. Let's don't go some national brands. Jason does an incredible job. Graduated from Mosley High School. He's opened the company, knocked a home run with it. They are the best at what they do. It's not even close. Wonderful people. They do what they say they're going to do. They don't try to take every penny out of your pocket. They are the best. Stevenson Air Conditioning, #1. Also, don't forget about the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant, El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill. Dr. Ward, he will see you. Listen to Dr. Ward every Wednesday, 7:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. He's got offices throughout the Panhandle of Florida. If you're listening there right now throughout the Panhandle of Florida, call, make an appointment. 5 minutes can save your life. Russ and Amber, we're looking for jewelry. Where are we going to go?
You're going to go 830 Highway 77 in Lynn Haven to David Adamson Designer Jewelry. They have a great selection. They'll clean your jewelry and inspect it for free, and they'll give you an outstanding price on all of their inventory.
All you Tiger Sharks, get out to Taco Bell today. Go support them. They support you big time. All you people down Port St. Joe, get out to Taco Bell. They love those Tiger Sharks. We'll be right back with the legendary Jeff Spiegel out of the great city of Birmingham, Alabama. Roll Tide. Be right back.
Are you sick of the old sports talk? The vanilla opinions? The polite debates? The hosts who are afraid to say what they really think? So are we. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is bringing the house. It's the new Sports Blitz.
Weekdays, 4 to 6.
We're starting arguments, not conversations. The Sports Blitz.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida. Here is your weather forecast on this Friday morning. As we head into this afternoon and evening, a likelihood of thunderstorms and mostly clouds and a high of 86 with a light breeze around 7 miles per hour coming out of the north. For tonight, a chance of thunderstorms and some clouds and a low near 74. Tomorrow, partly cloudy in the morning followed by likely thunderstorms and a high around 82. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Keep the adventure going this fall in a new Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Our SUV family is built for all-in adventures and endless possibilities. Stop by Bill Bird Kia and test drive a new 2025 Kia Soul, Seltos, Sportage, Sorento, or Telluride. You'll find the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. Save cool cash this week on the purchase of a new Kia SUV. Now offering 0% APR for up to 48 months on the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sorento. Bill Bird Kia is the home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at BillBirdKiaPanamaCity.com. The road is yours in a new Kia from Bill Bird Kia.
Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sorento with $20.83 per 1,000 financed in 48 months. Qualities limited, cannot be combined with other finance offers. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers must take delivery from dealer stock through 9225.
When it comes to backyard dreams, trust the name that's been making waves for over 65 years. Cox Pools. Serving the entire Florida Panhandle, Cox Pools brings experience, innovation, and quality to every custom pool design. From luxurious spas to resort-style pools, no vision is too big. Make your backyard the place to be with Cox Pools. Cox Pools, 65 years strong and still making a splash. Visit coxpools.com or call 850-235-7957.
When he played football, helmets had not been invented yet. Players played both sides, and quarterbacks weren't afraid of needles. It's the Coach James Hale Show, live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Eagle, hey, Martha, Kenny, James, Jenny, Craig, Steve, Elizabeth.
Breaking news here. Breaking news. YouTube and Fox have agreed to a deal. So
yeah.
I guess there
goes the neighborhood.
We came in last night. I turned the YouTube on because I got YouTube TV.
Yeah.
Nothing would work.
Right.
I said, Julie, because they said they had it fixed yesterday.
Oh, really?
And all that would show up was the Auburn, these games. You couldn't get anything on it.
Yeah, I think they had a temporary deal. This is a long-term deal.
She hadn't paid the bill. I was freaking out. So, okay, we got it now. All right, tonight, cannot wait. Auburn at Baylor, 7 o'clock kickoff. And just like Jason said, if you got YouTube, you're okay. You're going to be able to watch the Auburn game. You're going to be able to watch the Ohio State-Texas game in all your Fox networks. Kickoff time out there tonight, 88 degrees at kickoff, isolated showers. And towards the fourth quarter, about 81 degrees. Jeff, the bottom line, we can go through everything you want to go through. The bottom line, Auburn's got better players. Auburn should win this football game.
They've got to win it.
They got to win it, and they should win it. If they don't, the heat, put it in the oven, start baking it.
Mm-hmm. No, I think it's a must-win situation for Hugh Freeze, and you know that turns up the pressure. I mean, because all these guys hear it. I mean, they think they don't. They say they don't listen to all the media talk and everything. They do. So they know what the pressure is when they go out to Waco, and they know they have to deliver. And look, I feel like we've talked about this before. I think Auburn's got a lot of guys offensively and defensively. They got enough players. They've got enough talent where they can win 8 games and go to a bowl game. And it wouldn't. And when I'm looking at their schedule, and I say they can win 8 games, I don't see any games where they pull off like a shocking upset. You know, I mean, I think they've got the ability to do that. So, but having said that, if they go out and stub their toe against Baylor, I mean, all bets are off. I mean, the wheels start coming off the thing, and then all of a sudden you come back home where you haven't been that great, you know, the last couple of years. And then you got Ball State, you got South Alabama, and, you know, as many other coaches have told me before, you know, they got good players too. You know, so those games could get a little tougher to win. So, and then you have to go on the road to play Oklahoma and A&M, which is not going to be a piece of cake. So, yeah, winning tonight is absolutely paramount to Auburn's long-term success this year.
Jeff, are you sold on Jackson Arnold?
I am sold on him. I mean, I'm impressed with just the way, you know, he handled last year at Oklahoma. You know, he had guys going down left and right around him and got benched and then came back and, you know, led the victory against Alabama. I mean, that's a great mark on his resume. But there's so much unknown. And the first game, I mean, he's in a comfortable environment. You know, guy grew up in Texas, you know, Friday Night Lights and everything. So this is tailor-made for him to go out and have a strong performance and get his career back on the right track.
Do you think Hugh Freeze learned a little bit about the way he handled that situation last year with Peyton Thorne? Because you saw some times at the games last year where they were in each other's faces and even in the post-game conference where he kind of threw Thorne under the bus. I don't think that's a good, recipe for Arnold. Do you think he's learned some and maybe, has tweaked his approach a little bit to the quarterback situations?
Well, you need to go back and revisit the Bo Wallace tweet from either last year or a couple of years ago when he said that Coach Freeze was, kind of famous for, throwing his quarterbacks under the bus. Look, I said something which on the surface sounds kind of silly. But I said, Hugh Freeze is like Steve Spurrier, except he hasn't won any SEC championships, But he's a quarterback guy, and he's hard to play for. He's really hard to play for. If you're a quarterback, he's very demanding, and he's going to challenge you, in front of God and everybody, on national TV, during these games. So, if you don't have the backbone to go through something like that, and Peyton Thorne had to have a strong backbone last year, then you can't play for him. So there's going to be incidents like that this year where, he's getting on Jackson Arnold and he's getting on him, in front of everybody on national TV. But as a quarterback, if you're going to play for a guy like that, that comes with the territory.
58.5 points, over, under. What do you think these points? You think it's going to be a high-scoring game? You got to remember, Baylor's offense, they got a veteran group, man. That quarterback, I think it's Robinson, 6'4", 220, transfer from Mississippi State, passed for almost 3,000 yards. He's a good ball player. The running back's pretty good. They got two good receivers, one 6'1", 224, and the other kid's a scat back, 5'10", 168. Hawkins, he had 45 receptions, 567 yards. And the other kid had, I think, 52 receptions for 754. They get the ball to the tight end, 6'4", 260, 240. He had 30 receptions. I think it could be a high-scoring game. Both their strengths are the offense, believe it or not. Rand is a defensive guy.
Right.
Rushing defense last year, they were 72nd in the country, but now is Hugh Freeze going to take advantage of that and run the ball? I don't know. But what do you think, Jeff? They might get in the 60s combined score. What do you think?
Well, I think it could be, but I'm going to say something, and this may come back to haunt me. But I think Auburn's defense is sneaky good. I think their defense could be really, really good this year, and they're pretty deep there. Their DBs are solid. I didn't see anybody who blocked Keldrick Falk last year. Yeah, I didn't see anybody that could block him.
Their defense was good. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yes, absolutely. And we talked before about Jordan Crawford, the kid from Parker, who's going to see a lot of minutes, tonight. So I think their defense is maybe better than people think it's going to be. I'm going to take the under. I don't see 58.5 points for some reason popping up in my head.
Okay.
But so I'm going to take the under on that.
Well, I tell you this right now. I don't think if they can protect and I think they will. Auburn's offensive line is pretty good. I think they can protect the quarterback. I think Auburn's receivers can take the game over. I don't think they've got a secondary that can match up with those receivers Auburn has across the board. They got a lot of them. They're talented. I like Auburn to go. I just think Auburn's got better players than they do. I think it's Auburn's time to show out. All the talk, he's playing golf, he's sick, he can't recruit. Recruiting's doing pretty well right now. And I think he takes it to the next level. I think they start winning ball games.
Well, I'll say this, too, and I know Andy probably told you this yesterday, but everybody's talking about the receivers, and everybody's talking about Jackson Arnold. The most critical position group on this team this year is the offensive line. If the offensive line's not any good, Jackson Arnold's not going to be any good. If the offensive line's not any good, it doesn't matter how great of a receiver Cam Coleman, Horatio Fields, or Eric Singleton are. That offensive line has got to produce this year, and they haven't produced. They've underachieved for several years running, and it looks like they could be better on paper, but they got to go prove it on the field.
All right, I got two questions. I want to go back to Alabama FSU game. With this weather they're going to be playing in, it could come down to the kicking game. Alabama's got a brand new long snapper, brand new punter, a brand new field goal guy. How do you feel about their kicking game? This could be an issue where, and I think Florida State's in the same boat, though. I think they got some new guys, too. But how do you feel comfortable with Alabama's kicking game?
Well, it could be, it could be a nightmare. And most of the time, these week one things, you see turnovers, and you see mistakes in the kicking game. So,
Lock a punt,
that
FSU.
can be critical.
Yeah. Same thing with Auburn. How's Auburn's kicker? I heard he was banged up. Is he ready to go?
Well, Alex McPherson has been battling, some health issues, for the past couple of years. And it sounded like Monday they were going to go with Towns Magoo, the kid from Auburn High School, to kick for them. So I don't think McPherson was a big question mark back on Monday. So it looks like Magoo might handle the kicking duties tonight.
Last question before we let you go, and we certainly appreciate you coming on, sharing time with us. Auburn at Baylor, how's it going to play out? What's the score going to be?
I was thinking about this during the commercial break, and I'm going to say something in the neighborhood of 28-17, 28-24, 28-24. That's it. I'm sticking to it.
Auburn.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
Auburn. Yeah.
Just want to make sure. All right, buddy. Hey, we love you. Thank you for coming on, and we will talk to you next Friday. Okay.
Hey, appreciate y'all. Have a good weekend.
Bye-bye.
Happy football weekend.
Thanks, Jeff.
Can't believe it's finally here, man.
Yep.
Turbo Pest Control. You want that yard to look beautiful? Patrick does such a wonderful job, and I love it. He's local. His beautiful daughter's a cheerleader at Mosey High School. I tell you what, I met his wife. Beautiful. I mean, I thought it was his daughter. She is gorgeous. Great family, and he's local, man. Let's make sure we're taking care of him. Let's use Turbo Pest Control. Your yard will look beautiful. You'll be glad you went with Patrick. You got bugs in the house, he can make those go away for good. Call Turbo Pest Control. They'll come out, put up a game plan. You will be glad you did. Listen to Patrick every Monday, 8:30, right here at ESPN Northwest Florida. Vandy Roofing, general contracting. They design it, they build it, commercial, residential. And his company's growing. It's unbelievable what's going on with Kyle Vandergrift. And if he was here, I'd ask him to say about it. Jason, let's talk about Max Fit Sports Nutrition.
Yeah, we got two great locations. We got our InBody 570. We got a free sample bar at both locations where you can try before you buy. We just got a clomiphene in for people that are looking for an alternative to TRT that's prescribed by, anti-aging doctors. Really good to elevate your test levels naturally for guys getting up there in age and just want the extra boost.
Why did you look at me?
Because you're getting up there in age. But no, we got a clomiphene now. We got a 30 cap, 40 or 60 cap. Really, really good for elevating natural test levels and as you're getting older for an alternative to TRT. But come in, try our free samples. Get on the InBody. Let us get you a plan and get you in the right direction. We've worked with a lot of people and have had a lot of success. But you can come check us out on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village or in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
Tell us how we can get up with you, Vandy Roofing.
How can we get up with Tucker?
Tucker's going off to boot camp, people. He'll be back in about 8 weeks. You can get a hold of us. Give us a shout, 866-9908, or give us go to our website. You can contact us, www.tkvandy.com, and we can help you out on any roofing, general contracting, design build, and all that good stuff.
Locals, taking care of locals. We'll be right back after the break. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Have you ever wanted to reach out and smack someone?
Sit your ass down and shut up!
The new Sports Blitz. Rants, hot takes, and huge reactions are incoming.
You've got to have a bad game at some point.
Feel the burn.
This is unacceptable at the University of Alabama!
The Red 70s studio line.
This could go 7 games.
850-215-6290. ESPN Northwest Florida. Get in the game.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
Jaguars football is officially back. The
there as number 2 overall draft pick Travis Hunter, quarterback Trevor Lawrence, and new head coach Liam Cohen take the field for the first time during the 2025 NFL regular season. Secure your seats for when the Jaguars take on the Panthers September 7th by going to jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We'll see you at the bank.
Tired of boring merch and want your brand to stand out like the big names? Elevate your look with Red 7 Tees. They don't just print shirts, they create bold identities. They are a veteran-owned custom apparel shop providing the kind of detail that turns heads, using high-quality digital printing and embroidery to give you that unique style you love with no minimums or cookie-cutter designs. From small business to sports teams, if you've got a vision, they'll help you wear it proudly. Visit red7tees.com.
This is where heroes are created, legends are born, and dynasties forged. The Sports Talk Monster, ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We got the legendary Friday group in here. Jim Brandt, Kyle Vandergrift. It's amazing, the Vandergrift.
It's the highest ratings of the week, by the way.
It goes through the roof. And Jason Cover, women watch every Friday, every Tuesday. You would not believe. Hey, they want you to know if you'll take your shirt off and do the show.
I'll pass on that one.
All right, real quick.
That's a hard maybe.
I want to give a shout out to Pat Perno, City Commissioner of Lynn Haven. He does a wonderful job over there. That's a tough job. Your mother had worked there, did that also.
He's a good man.
But they do such a great job hiring people and training them up right. They execute it too, man. I tell you what, they treat you like family. You can go into a restaurant or a business and somebody can turn you off real quick. A customer can walk in and never walk back because of the way they're treated. Those people always have a smile on their face. They treat you like family there, and the food's incredible. TV's everywhere. This is the place to go to watch NFL, college games right here in Lynn Haven. Beef O'Brady's,
even golf on
Lynn
Sunday.
Haven. Everything right there. And everybody's making these huge orders for wings to go get them and take them home. I'm telling you, go eat there. All you Mosley Dolphins, get out there today around 5:30. Go have a great pep rally there. Eat, have a great meal. Then go watch the big ball game, Bay versus
Mosley
Dolphins. All right, we got a phone call. Let's take this phone call. Good morning.
Good morning, Coach.
Good morning. Who is this?
Can we have a Georgia Bulldog update this year for one time? Consider we are the champions.
Hey, you know what? You're a wealthy man. You're a wealthy man. We need you to sponsor that.
Yeah. We got
need you to sponsor this thing
with your name on it.
You know, I had called all year and a year, and I was gonna call in when y'all lost to Vandy, but I figured y'all'd have a Vandy update this year, considering y'all got y'all butt kicked by Vandy. Come on now.
Last night, I met a guy and his wife, great people, and he's a big Georgia fan. We sat there and talked about Kirby. And I said, I love Kirby Smart, and I bragged on him, his daddy, and everything. I like Georgia. I really don't like Georgia. I love Kirby Smart.
Yeah, come on now. Don't be lying to all the folks.
Didn't you pick him to be the best active coach?
Oh, yeah. It's not even close. He is the best coach out there. Now, Ron Day wins I got to give credit. Ron Day wins the national championship this year. Then we got to look at it a little bit differently. But right now with two national championships, everything's quiet on Georgia. They open up with a powerhouse.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it when it's quiet.
I like the games y'all open up with. This team, Mercer, is unbelievable. Much improved team. It's going to be a tough game.
We got Marshall, not Mercer.
Same thing.
Okay, listen, Marshall's got the longest winning streak in CFB right now with 8 straight wins.
That's true, too.
You better watch that, Sal.
And the whole team left.
That's right. They're all down southern Mississippi right now. That's why I tell you what, you Mississippi State Bulldogs, watch out week 1 in Hattiesburg. That could be interesting. No, we always talk about Georgia. We bring up Georgia about every day.
Georgia's going to run the football this year the way they used to. And anybody in the SEC, if you want to win this year, is you got to run the football. Kirby's is going to pound the rock the way it's supposed to be done. And we're going to get back to that, running back you. We got a lot of stables. Our stable's full. Our offensive line is set up for running the ball. And our defense is back, and we're strong, and we're fast. And Elijah Griffith, y'all go ahead and remember that number 90 and remember his name. He is going to tear some heads up there on the defensive front, too. So,
yeah, defensive line.
Hey, as long as Georgia has Kirby Smart, they're going to be a contender. There's no doubt about that. The way he runs practice, you go watch Georgia practice, you'll know why they're so physical and why they're so good.
Well, I can tell you this. We ain't sweating our game like y'all should be down there with them Knowles. I can tell you that.
Yeah, well, I'm curious to see how we're going to look. I don't know what to expect from the last three games.
All right, thanks for your time on 104.3.
I'm thinking the Knowles might pull an upset on you guys, honestly.
Okay. Hold on, you can come back.
Right. I won't.
And let me tell you something about Texas. If you didn't watch the championship game last year and see Jeremiah Smith, he is a man amongst boys. And I'm going to tell you right
he's
now.
Nasty.
They're going to give him the ball as many opportunities as they can, and he's unstoppable.
Hey,
you can't even double team.
I'm going to tell you another thing. The best quarterback on the field ain't wearing Texas colors.
Yeah, he should be over at Alabama.
I know. We should have him and Downs. They'd be a totally.
That's right.
Yeah. They stole them.
Saying should be at Alabama. But y'all were in love with Milroe. I don't know what the deal was with them running quarterbacks at Alabama for those years, but good Lord, that boy should be right there wearing that daggum Alabama shirt.
No, you're right. You're right about
Wildcat.
that. No, I got Ohio State winning that game. Texas is number one for 1 week. Yeah,
let me tell you something. Texas talked a lot of junk, and we beat them with that was our worst roster we've had in a long time last year, and we beat Texas twice.
Yeah.
With a backup quarterback in the SEC championship game. So
and you beat them on the road. You're more physical than they are.
And nobody talks about that. Nobody remembers that.
No.
Yeah, you know why they don't too? Everybody's got their own agenda. They don't want the powerhouses winning. I just think that Alabama is set up for some kind of, and it might help them because if Alabama can run the football, they got to run the football. They got to go back to old school football. You got to pound the rock and play action pass. And then you got to be able to stop the run. That's the only in the SEC. If you saw last year, we were all beat up. Every team beat each other up, and it's going to happen again this year. And who can stay healthy? We came out of camp healthy. First time in 4 years, we came out of camp healthy. Didn't have no injuries. So I'm telling you, Georgia's. I like how Kirby's being real quiet, and all he's doing is talking crap about his team.
Yeah.
Get them all fired up.
Just from an outside perspective, because most fans know more about their team than what, outsiders do. How do you feel about the wide receiver core? There's a lot of drops there last year. Gunnar Stocks has got a big arm, but how do you feel about the wide receiver core this year with the tight ends involved as well?
We got Dylan Bell back. We got the Branch kid from USC, and he said Kirby has said that he has been outstanding, a great leader inside the locker room. And then the boy, let me tell you something. The boy that people ain't going to talk about, he got suspended. Georgia players might beat somebody up or race somebody or smoke some weed. But Colby Young was having a heck of a season before he went down after he beat up his girlfriend, supposedly after the charges were dropped. And then the boy from Mississippi State, 6'5", he led Mississippi State in wide receiving. And then we still got the boy from Vanderbilt that transferred. He said he's been a leader. And both of our tight ends are back. Oscar Delp. He's gonna come out. He showed out in the SEC championship game. Started to get a little moxie in him, and then we got Lawson Lucky still too. I'm telling you, we ain't dropping off too far, man. I'm telling you, if anything, I think we got a better unit that's going to play as a unit. Which last year we had a bunch of individuals on our team thought that they were all that, and they wasn't all that.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was our worst roster that you're gonna see at Georgia for a long time because last year we just didn't have it. There was many games I went in going, we're going to get our butts kicked. And look at Ole Miss. They put a whooping on us at Ole Miss.
And you got Ole Miss at home. You got Texas at home. You got Alabama at home. Hey, listen, we got to do these picks. I appreciate you calling. I was worried about you. I hadn't heard from you in a while.
We got a new sponsor.
Yeah, we got the Georgia update right here. I'm going to send you a check.
We'll be glad to give you a sponsor.
All right, send me one. I'll give you give my cell number. Don't go through the station. Go through me.
I got you. Go Dogs, baby. Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
All right, we got another one?
Yep. Let me
tell me
we got to get these
quick.
picks. We got to get these picks.
Okay. Take it on.
Good morning. Good morning.
You got to press the button.
Good morning. Good morning. Remember that second line's not very good. Tell them to call back. All right, we got to start doing these picks real quick. Alabama, A&M, everybody got Arkansas?
Yep. He better win that one.
Truth.
Okay. Everybody's got Florida.
Yep.
Yeah.
Going to be how many points they score. Everybody's got Georgia.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Kentucky, Toledo.
I'm going Kentucky.
I might go Toledo. No, I go Kentucky.
Kentucky.
You better go
Kentucky. Ole Miss, Georgia State. Everybody got Ole Miss?
Yes.
Ole Miss.
Okay. Mississippi State, Southern Mississippi. I'm telling you,
You
man.
know what? Let's go Southern Mississippi on that one.
It's going to be
Let's go with the Golden Eagles.
Since they got a lot of apparently new transfers in.
It's at Hattiesburg, too. Who you got?
Mississippi State.
I know we got you players. I'm into this to win it. I don't think we can match up Mississippi State. I hate to say it.
Let's take a break and finish this up.
All right, one more. Central Arkansas, Missouri. Missouri killed them.
I think Missouri.
I got Missouri.
We all got that right. We all got that right. All right, we'll be right back and get these picks in. You listen to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. I got time to do a commercial? Let me tell you something. I am pumped up about Saturday. College football, I might even go tonight. Listen to what's going on in the Cajun Place. And they do this to help out because they know you can't get in there in the summertime. You got an hour wait to get in there in the summertime. The food's that good. But that Cajun Place, every Saturday, they're going to let you in and get it there early. They're going to have a brunch for you. That way you won't make the lead picking his hat and you won't miss any kickoffs. Get down there around 10 o'clock, have a great time. Wings this year, every time a live football game's being played, 50 cents. 50 cents a wing. You can't get that anywhere. $5 draft beers. This is going to be crazy. Saturday, 6:30, LSU, Clemson. Wear your LSU shirt. If they score a touchdown, get up and go to the bar and say, I want my free Jell-O shot. Every time LSU scores, you got that shirt on, you get a free Jell-O shot. Same thing on Sundays. That jazz band's going to be playing from 10 to 12. They're incredible. I love those people. They open up at 10 for that, okay? The Saints are playing. They score a touchdown. Get up there. You better run because they won't score much this year. Run up there, have your Saints shirt on, say, give me my free Jell-O shots. $5 pitchers, 50-cent wings, that Cajun Place. We'll see you there 11 o'clock. I'll be there before 11 o'clock on Saturday. We're right back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Here's what's happening.
Here we go. The Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson will be awarding the Sports Blitz High School Player of the Week. This will go to the outstanding high school football player for each week. The player will receive a gift card from a local restaurant and an ESPN Northwest Florida t-shirt. Coaches, students, parents, and fans, comment on our Facebook page or call in at 850-215-6290 to nominate.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida. Here is your weather forecast on this Friday morning. As we head into this afternoon and evening, a likelihood of thunderstorms and mostly clouds and a high of 86 with a light breeze around 7 miles per hour coming out of the north. For tonight, a chance of thunderstorms and some clouds and a low near 74. Tomorrow, partly cloudy in the morning followed by likely thunderstorms and a high around 82. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Are you hungry for authentic Mexican cuisine? Then come to El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, where we serve up the freshest, most flavorful dishes on the beach. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, a great location, comfortable atmosphere, and happy hour from 3 to 7. Buy one, get one free, regular margaritas and 12-ounce house drafts. And you're going to love their lunch specials Monday through Friday from 11 to 3. Plus live music Wednesdays and Saturdays starting at 5:30. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, Thomas Drive across from the Navy base.
And 10908 Front Beach Road.
Great design is timeless, and that's why Tracy's Fine Jewelry inside Coin and Bullion Reserves offers a stunning selection of vintage, antique, estate jewelry on sale now at 40% off. Exquisite Victorian rings, Art Deco diamond brooches, Georgian and Art Deco bracelets, earrings, and pendants. These one-of-a-kind pieces add personality to any ensemble, and now at 40% off. Find your timeless treasure at Tracy's Fine Jewelry inside Coin and Bullion Reserves.
For everything in the world of golf, it's the Watson Report. Thursdays at 4:20 with Alan Watson from Golf Plus. ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael studio.
All right, let's break them down fast as we can. Let's start with Miami at Notre Dame. No, Notre Dame at Miami. I got Notre Dame. I think they got. I like their coach. You keep telling me Miami's back. I got to see it to believe it. I got to see it.
I do think Miami's back, but I've said a couple times on here, I'm taking Notre Dame in this game. I think Notre Dame's elite on the offensive line. Running backs are some of the best in the country. They got Jeremiah Love back. They got some injured defensive players that were out for the season last year that people don't really know about. That could have been first-round picks. Cornerback, the kid that broke his leg, the defensive tackle's back. That's a loaded roster for Notre Dame. And this isn't your old Notre Dame that went down and got beat by Alabama by 50 points in the playoffs. This is a really high-end, top 4 Notre Dame team, in my opinion. I got Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Close.
We all got Notre Dame. All right, let's get to this, South Carolina, Virginia Tech. They got a great defensive player. The quarterback's outstanding. I like Bielema. Virginia Tech's supposed to be better. I'm going to go South Carolina.
Yeah, I mean.
It's Beamer, not Bielema.
Beeler. I'm thinking about Bielema.
Yeah, South Carolina.
Yeah, South Carolina.
Everybody got South Carolina. All right. Everybody got Michigan.
Unfortunately.
New Mexico State. Montana, Oregon. Everybody's got Oregon.
Big.
Penn State. Everybody's got Penn State over Nevada. Everybody's got Louisville over Eastern Kentucky. Everybody's got Vandy over Charleston Southern. Texas A&M will beat UTSA. Everybody's got that. I'm going to come back to Ohio State. All right, Tennessee, Syracuse. Now, Syracuse is supposed to be good this year. We don't know about Tennessee's quarterback. They just gave the coach a big-time extension to 2030. I'm going to go Tennessee Volunteers.
Tennessee. If the game was played in the Carrier Dome, that's a different story, but...
Yeah, I'm not sure about the quarterback situation. McCord's gone, so that's going to hurt them. It's going to take a little time to get their feet under them. I do think this is a really good game, really good test for Tennessee to come out the gate, but I think Tennessee wins.
Tennessee. All right, let's jump into the next one. Oklahoma, Illinois. Everybody's got Oklahoma. Missouri won their game. Southern Mississippi, Mississippi State. We talked about a minute ago. I want Southern Mississippi to win this ball game. I still think Mississippi State has better talent than Southern Miss. I hope I'm wrong. And it won't shock me if Southern Mississippi wins that ball game. It is at home. Everybody's got Ole Miss beating Georgia State. All right, the big one. This is a huge football game. I think it's going to be one of the better games. If LSU's can protect their quarterback and they play defense, if they 100% improved on the defense side of the ball, they win. Dabo's come out and said they can go 16-0. He's not a liar. He doesn't usually say things like this. They're at home. LSU, you follow the history. Last 5 games, they've lost week 1. I hate doing it, but I got Dabo winning this one. I got Clemson.
I went back and forth on this game, but I remember when Kerry Combs was at Ohio State and then he left. Knowles came in, one of the best defense coordinators in the country. They didn't change that thing overnight. You know, that defense took about 2-3 years to really get right for people to understand their roles. So I still think because LSU was so bad on defense last year, their offense is going to be elite. I mean, they got some of the best wide receivers in the country. They got an experienced quarterback, but I just got to see that defense. And for Clemson being at home with some of the experience that Dabo's had in championship games, I'm going to go with Clemson at home in a really, really close, very
If it's a high-scoring game, I like Clemson, but I just think I don't think it's going to be that high-scoring game.
Two good offenses. I'm not a huge believer in the hype Clemson's getting. That doesn't mean I don't think they're very good, but they're talking about them like they're the number one team in the country. You know, nobody's going to beat them. They got 5, top 20 NFL. I don't believe that, but I do think they're really good. And at home at the beginning of the year, I think that's a huge advantage.
Being at home for Clemson helps a lot.
That's a great atmosphere.
Dabo is going to outcoach Kelly. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. We all had Florida winning. All right, let's jump into Baylor, Auburn. The bottom line, they protect the quarterback. Auburn wins. I just think Auburn has better players. That's a tough little stadium. That's a nice stadium they got there. It's going to be electric. They let all the freshmen, all the first-year students get out there and form a big line. They run through it. They do some pretty cool things out there. I just think it's time for Hugh Freeze to put the critics to sleep. They need to win it. They have to win this ball game. I got Auburn win the game tonight. I think they win it by probably a touchdown or 3 points, something. It'll be a close game.
Yeah, it'll be close.
Yeah, I got Auburn.
Auburn. Close.
If Jacksonville's good, I think they can win by 10, 14 points. But he's got to be good. They got a lot of talent, a lot of young defensive talent on that team that people don't realize. They've recruited as good as anybody on the defensive line the last 2-3 years. Auburn, I think, I think they win by a touchdown or more. I wasn't a huge believer in Baylor. I know they got a good quarterback, but their defense was, like you said, was ranked like 70th in the nation last year. Not a good recipe when you're going out after a high-powered offense like this. So Auburn gets the year started really good.
And they did close the season last year, won 6 games in a row. The quarterback's back. I tell you, Auburn's defense is good.
Yeah.
You're going to be surprised how good their front is. They're really good up front. I'm going to be shocked if Auburn loses this ball game. I like Auburn. All right, the big one, as far as I'm concerned, Alabama at FSU. The weather favors FSU. Gus Malzahn's not intimidated by Bama. He's got a quarterback that can run. When he's had good offense, the quarterback could run. Also could throw a little bit. I don't know how good this guy's. If he doesn't throw interceptions, this is going to be a close football game. I don't know what to expect from Alabama after watching the last 3 ball games. I keep hearing they're good. They're going to be really good and all this kind of stuff. I got to see it to believe it. The discipline, are we disciplined enough? I think the key to Alabama, 2 things. The new offensive coordinator is the big difference in that football team. We don't have a one-year guy that's only never done it before calling plays like we had last year. Remember the Tennessee game, throw the ball 50-something times, a kid can't. You're asking kids to do things they can't really do well. I think Alabama wins this ball game. I think it's going to be competitive. I think it's go down the wire. I think Bama, at the end, scores a touchdown late or kicks a field goal to put it away. I think Alabama wins because they have more talent than FSU, but we really don't know. We don't know. Vandy beat them with a running quarterback. This guy can run. And it's in Tallahassee. It's not some small little quiet stadium. This is going to be tough to win. And we know how tough it is to win at FSU when they play hard.
And nobody wants to win more than Mike Norvell and the Seminoles after last year. I mean, you're going to get their best shot. I mean, they got a new offense. Gus Malzahn, super experienced, been a head coach at the highest levels, but talent, to me, wins out. I think even in a rain game, I think Alabama can lean on that offensive line and that defensive front. I just think it's going to be too much for Florida State. I see them pulling away. I think the spread's about right, 10, 13-point win. But that, to me, would still be a good showing for Florida State and something they could build on. Alabama, all day, every day. Yeah.
All right, that's our picks this week. Let's see how we all come out. Oh, no, heck, I've got the biggest one. I'll start first. Ohio State at home, defending national champs. Everybody's talking about the quarterback. They're all talking about Manning. I've watched saying since he was a junior, when I knew we were going after him, I watched these little highlight clips when he was at the elite camps. When he was at the elite camps going against all these big-name quarterbacks, he won them. He was the best quarterback there. Now, he's not the biggest guy in the world. But Bryce Young was not the biggest guy in the world either. And he's got the best group of receivers in college football.
Dylan Gabriel. Johnny Manziel.
They got running backs. They got the whole. Now, they're going to go against a great defense. I will give Texas the advantage on defense. They're great. But it's at home. Ohio State, they're going to win. I got Ohio State win that game.
This is definitely a heavyweight matchup. I mean, Texas's defensive front versus Ohio State's offensive line, to me, is the key of the game. If they can protect Sane, give him a clean pocket. I mean, nobody talks about Max Clare. To me, he's the key to the game for Ohio State because they're going to put some attention on Jeremiah Smith. They're not going to let Jeremiah Smith beat him. Max Clare is the number 1 tight end on the NFL draft boards coming into this season. Huge weapon to add to that. Carnell Tate, the running backs are good. The only thing that makes me nervous for Texas, replacing 4 offensive linemen. Their left tackle's got a broken hand. He's going to be playing with a cast on. They lost their right tackle for the season, so they're down to 1.5 offensive tackles in this game on the road. Now, if Manny's as special as they say he is, all bets are off. I think Texas wins the game. But I do think being at home and the weapons that Jalen Sane will have at his disposal, I think I'll give a slight edge to Ohio State in this game. And Caleb Downs. Caleb Downs is the heart and soul of that team, and he actually leads the culture. Hearing Feinbaum talk about they have a letdown when you have a Caleb Downs on your team, there's no letdowns. That kid is a competitor. He is the heart and soul of that team.
Best defense player in the country.
And the best defense player in the country.
Oh, Ohio State all day. And I agree with what Jason said. Watch when you play cover. If you play cover 2, trying to take away Jeremiah Smith, look for the 3 verticals with Max Clare down the middle of the field for 6. It'll happen.
All right, we had a great show today. Appreciate you listening. We'll be back Tuesday. Have a great weekend. college football is back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Georgia.
Your home for college football. ESPN Northwest Florida.
College football kicks off tonight with Auburn at Baylor. We'll have coverage coming up at 6. Then tomorrow it's Syracuse at 10.